Welcome to English Leap Podcast.
Your journey from beginner to fluent.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Beginner to Fluent, the English podcast. I'm Alex, and as always, I'm really happy that you are here. Maybe you are at home having breakfast, maybe you are out on a walk. Or maybe you are just relaxing after a long day. Wherever you are, thank you for spending this moment with us. Because today's topic is one that's fun, relatable, and delicious, we are talking about how to talk about food in English. And joining me again today is Sarah. She's not only a communication expert, but she's also a big food lover. Right, Sarah?
Oh yes, Alex. I think food connects people more than anything else. And talking about it in English is such a great way to learn new words and express yourself naturally.
Absolutely. Because food is part of our daily lives, we talk about it at home, at restaurants, with friends, even at work. So being able to describe what you like, what you eat, or how something tastes in English is really helpful.
Exactly. And the best part? You don't have to be an advanced speaker to do it. Food vocabulary is simple, but you can make it sound interesting and natural.
Let's start with something everyone can relate to: breakfast. Sarah, what do you usually have for breakfast?
Well, it depends. On weekdays, I usually keep it simple, maybe a cup of coffee and toast with butter or jam. But on weekends, I like to treat myself to pancakes or eggs with some fruit on the side.
That sounds amazing. For me, it's usually cereal and a banana, something quick because I'm always in a rush in the mornings.
Typical busy morning food.
Yeah. But you know, even talking about food like that, it helps learners practice the structure I like to, or I prefer.
Exactly. Like I prefer tea to coffee, or I like having fruit in the morning. It's natural conversation, but you are also building your English patterns.
Now, let's move to lunch and dinner, where things get a bit more exciting.
Oh yes. Lunch is my favorite meal because I get to try new things. I love eating salads, pasta, or sandwiches during the day.
I'm a huge fan of soups. Especially in winter, nothing beats a hot bowl of soup with some bread.
Oh, definitely. And the way people describe food in English is so interesting. You can say something is delicious, tasty, flavorful, spicy, creamy, crunchy, and so many more.
Yeah. Like when you eat something crispy, maybe fries or chips, it's such a satisfying word.
Exactly. And if you go to a restaurant, you can describe the taste easily. You can say, "This pasta is rich and creamy. The soup has a spicy flavor. The cake is soft and sweet."
That's a great way to learn adjectives, naturally, through something you already enjoy, food.
Alex, have you ever tried describing your favorite dish in English in detail?
I don't think I have ever thought about it like that. But okay, let me try. My favorite food is probably pizza, a classic. I love the smell when it's just out of the oven, the melted cheese, the crispy crust, and that little bit of spice from the sauce.
That's such a good description. You see, you used smell, texture, and taste, 3 sensory details.
Right. And learners can do the same. When you describe food, think about how does it taste, smell, and feel.
Exactly. You can say, "It smells fresh, it feels soft," or "It tastes sweet." Simple but expressive.
Let's talk about cultural food experiences, because food is not just something we eat, it's part of who we are.
Yes. When people talk about their traditional food in English, it's such a wonderful way to share culture. For example, I often talk about my grandmother's cooking. She makes this traditional soup that tastes like home.
That's beautiful. I think everyone has that one meal that brings memories, like family dinners, special occasions, or festivals.
Exactly. You can say, "This dish reminds me of my childhood," or "We usually eat this during celebrations."
I love that. Because food connects language with emotion, it's not just vocabulary, it's storytelling.
Alex, how about when we go out to eat? How can learners talk naturally in those situations?
That's a good one. When you are at a restaurant, you can start simple. Can I see the menu, please? I'd like to order the grilled chicken. Could I have some water, please?
Yes, and after eating, you can give feedback politely. It was really delicious. The meal was great, thank you. Everything was cooked perfectly.
Right. These are polite and natural phrases, good English. But also good manners.
Exactly. And if something's wrong, you can still be polite. Like, "Excuse me, I think my order is missing something, or could I have this a bit warmer, please?"
That's so useful. Because being confident in English is not just about speaking fast. It's about being calm and polite in real situations.
You know, Alex, talking about food also helps learners connect with people. It's such a universal topic, everyone eats.
True. You can start a conversation anywhere with food. Like, what's your favorite restaurant? Or have you tried this dish before?
Exactly. And when you travel, it's the easiest way to break the ice. Ask about local dishes, try something new, and talk about it in English.
Yes, and it's fun too. Because learning English through food makes it less like studying and more like experiencing.
I love that. Learning through experience. That's the best kind of learning.
So, Sarah, before we wrap up, if someone wants to improve their English around the topic of food, what's one thing they can do every day?
I'd say, describe your meals. Every day, just write or say out loud what you ate. Use adjectives: sweet, spicy, fresh, creamy. Talk about what you liked or did not like. You will build confidence naturally.
That's a great idea. Like, even if you just say, "I had rice and chicken for lunch. It was delicious and warm," you are practicing real English.
Exactly. And if you listen to English food shows, YouTube videos, or restaurant reviews, you will hear natural expressions and pronunciation too.
That's true. You start to pick up phrases naturally without memorizing them.
You know, Alex, I think food is such a happy topic, it brings people together. And learning to talk about it confidently in English can make conversations much more fun and personal.
Yes. Because food is a language on its own, it speaks through culture, emotions, and memories. You know, Sarah, when we talk about food, it's more than just flavors and recipes. Sometimes it's about the stories behind them.
Exactly, Alex. I think every meal has a memory. Like, I still remember this one time I was in Italy. I sat at this small cafe, and the owner brought me pasta he had just made that morning. It was not fancy, but it tasted like comfort. And he told me, simple food made with love always tastes better.
Wow, that's beautiful. And it's so true. The best meals are not always the most expensive, they are the ones that make you feel something.
Yes. What about you, Alex? Do you have a food memory that stands out?
Oh, definitely. When I was a kid, every Sunday my mom used to make pancakes. The smell of butter and maple syrup would fill the whole house. It was not just breakfast, it was like a weekly ritual. Even now, when I smell pancakes, it reminds me of those slow, happy mornings.
That's lovely. Food really connects us to moments in time, doesn't it?
Yes. It's like a time machine for emotions. One bite, and suddenly you are back home, sitting at that same table again.
Exactly. And when we talk about food in English, we are not just practicing words, we are sharing pieces of our life.
That's true. It makes language real. Because when you tell someone, this dish reminds me of my childhood, or this food makes me happy, you are connecting heart to heart, not just word to word.
That's what makes English powerful. It's not just a language, it's a bridge between people, cultures, and memories.
Sarah, you mentioned earlier about describing meals in daily life. I think that's such a simple but powerful way to practice English.
Yes. Because everyone eats 3 times a day, right? So, imagine if every meal became an English lesson. You can say, I'm having rice and vegetables. The food smells delicious. The soup tastes salty but fresh.
Exactly. It's not about big grammar rules, it's about using English in real life.
Right. And it's something everyone can do, no matter your level. You just start describing what's already around you.
And the best part is, you will never run out of practice material. Because we will always eat.
That's true. Food is the one topic that never gets boring.
You know, Sarah, I have noticed that food brings people together even when they don't speak the same language.
Absolutely. You could be in another country, not know a single word of their language, but if someone offers you food with a smile, you understand it instantly.
Yes. It's like food has its own universal vocabulary: kindness, warmth, care.
Exactly. And when we add English to that, we make those moments even richer. Because suddenly, you can express gratitude, share stories, and connect more deeply.
That's so true. Saying this is delicious, or thank you for the meal, might sound simple, but it's actually a bridge between people.
Yes, a bridge built from words and shared experiences.
I think that's one of the most beautiful things about learning English. It helps you connect with people you might never have spoken to otherwise.
Exactly. And food makes that connection even easier. Everyone has something to share, a favorite dish, a recipe, a story.
Yes. And when you talk about food with confidence, you are not just improving your English, you are learning to express joy, nostalgia, and curiosity.
And that's the heart of good communication, sharing something real.
Absolutely. So next time you sit down to eat, don't just think about the food, think about how you can describe it, how it makes you feel, what memories it brings. That's where real English lies, in the small, everyday moments.
You are right, Alex. English is not just in textbooks, it's in the aroma of your morning coffee, the crunch of toast, the laughter at the dinner table.
Yes. It's in the small talk with a friend, the compliment to the chef, the thank you to the waiter.
Exactly. And the more you notice these moments, the more natural your English becomes.
That's such a great reminder. So, if you're listening right now, remember learning English can be simple and joyful. Just start with what you love. And food is a great place to begin.
Yes. Because the more you talk about what you love, the more fluent you become, not just in language, but in life.
That's beautifully said, Sarah.
Thanks for watching.
What do you learn from our conversation?
Tell us in the comments section.